Brenda Snipes, Florida election supervisor targeted by Trump, resigns. Brenda Snipes, the embattled Florida election supervisor who was the recipient of blistering criticism from President Donald Trump, resigned her post in a letter dated Sunday. "Although I have enjoyed this work tremendously over these many election cycles, both large and small, I am ready to pass the torch," Snipes, Broward County's supervisor of elections, wrote in a letter to outgoing Republican Governor Rick Scott. "Therefore, I request that you accept my letter of resignation effective January 4, 2019. Snipes oversaw the recount efforts in Broward County during the closely watched gubernatorial and Senate races. Ultimately, incumbent to Scott, his GOP challenger, in the Senate race, after recounts, both by machine and by hand, concluded. And, in the gubernatorial race, Democrat Andrew Gillum on Saturday after a machine recount. That the recounts occurred at all, however, prompted furious criticism from Trump and other GOP officials, who made allegations against Snipes of voter fraud. Trump that the characters running elections in Broward and Palm Beach counties were trying to find new votes for Nelson, who had trailed Scott in the tight Senate contest. Snipes insisted that heavily Democratic Broward County would complete its recount by the deadline, despite several delays. During this year's recount, Snipes remained uncounted and for that were accidentally mixed in with valid ones. But a Broward County judge said last week that Snipes has served in the post for 15 years. After being appointed to clean up the county's election system in 2003 by a Republican, former Governor Jeb Bush, she went on to win re-election 4 times, including most recently in 2016, always by wide margins. Alivi Talley covers the midterms for NBC News and MSNBC, based in Washington, D.C., but usually on the campaign trail. Adam Edelman is a political reporter for NBC News.